Hey everyone, I think it's common that we want to be perfect and everything, and we try to have everything set up perfectly, and we want, all the stars to line up, perfectly so that we can take kind of the actions that we need to, or the actions that are necessary in order to kind of move forward. And I think that if we wait for the perfect time, or if we try to get everything perfect before we submit it or we take that action, then we're really not going to make a lot of progress. And talking to a good friend of mine about this idea of perfectionism, and certainly being a perfectionist has its good qualities and its bad qualities, but if we want to be perfect and we want to wait for this perfect opportunity for things to line up perfectly so that we can actually take the steps forward, it is going to be virtually impossible for anything to happen. And sometimes we just have to take that step forward and just go. Now, I definitely wouldn't say that we would do this blindly. I'm certainly about strategies and taking the smartest approach forward in order to be safe as we do it. But certainly there's going to be that time where we're going to have to just kind of say, all right, screw it, I have to do it. And I think this idea of being uncomfortable is what kind of stops us from taking that step forward. And then we want to wait for everything to become perfect in order to make us comfortable and to take that step forward. But if we are in an uncomfortable position, this is an opportunity for growth. And certainly, definitely making these videos was a big growth part for me, because I did want everything to be perfect. And then I realized that certainly it's a contradiction to what I preach a lot, because nothing's going to be perfect. But now I also enjoy this idea of just growing. And I don't want to be perfect, because that's kind of boring, and if I'm perfect, there's no room to grow. And I want to grow, I want to get better, and I know that I can continue to get better. And if I'm perfect, I can't get better, I can't grow, and there's nothing left for me to do. So maybe one way that we can start thinking about this idea of being perfect is we can maybe try to strive for things to line out perfectly, or maybe we can just think about it in terms of progressing strategically, but we can't wait for things to just perfectly be 100% ideal, because we're never gonna get the progress that we want to make if we don't just take that step forward and move. So I hope this video helps you. As always, if you have any questions, let me know.